What is up, people? Half Salt Bacon here with a simple, compact, resource-efficient 3x3 piston door. So guys, piston doors have been around for a while, but a lot has changed with 1.11 to make them more compact and more efficient, namely the new observer block. Now, there's millions of designs out there on the YouTubes for piston doors. Now this formation here, I'm sure a lot of you will recognize. It's known as the Etho door, where the center hole is missing. It is faster and it saves you the effort of having to have a bulky 2x2 piston extender. So I've updated this design. It's one of my favorite because it's faster and more compact. Check it out. Yeah, nice and simple, and you can see by how small my wall is on this side that it really is compact. Now, a lot of the designs out there have a couple of problems in my opinion. One being they tend to use pressure plates or levers. Now, you can use a button. Pre 1.11, this made things a lot bulkier because you had to use T flip-flops often with more pistons and more moving goodies, or you could use the pressure plates, which quite frankly is just bad design choice, because then, you know, your pet pig goes over it and opens the door, or any hostile mob goes over it and opens the door, which means you can't use it outside. So for that reason, I designed this one with buttons. And you will note that stone buttons are the faster of the two. We could replace this with a wooden button for a much longer duration. Or we can even add repeaters in if necessary to lengthen the duration even more. But why don't we go ahead and get building this bad boy so you guys can see how it's done and just how simple it is. So we're going to start by selecting our spot in the ground where we want to place our door. And then we're going to begin by going 4 blocks out from either side of our central pillar and just hammering down to below where the piston is. We're going to want to take a block out underneath. Now, as usual with my tutorials, guys, I'm going to do as much of this build as possible in glass so it's easiest for you to see. And we're going to use iron for the blocks of choice to run our redstone wiring on. So underneath the piston, we're going to want to put some redstone. I always place blocks for my redstone. Then we're going to want to go 4 blocks out on either side. We're actually going to end up breaking this block here, so you don't initially need to place that. I'm more doing it for the purpose of showing you our sizing. Okay, so you're going to want the 3 blocks like so, with that hole in the middle there. Now next we're going to come up and we're going to want to start building our door frame. Now, you can move this button. That's the beautiful part of this design. You can really move this button anywhere you want. I chose to put it on the door because 1, it allows you to use the stone button and make things faster, and 2, it's just easier to hit. So if you really wanted to move this, you can place it anywhere within the 15 block kind of, you know, standard, and you're good to go. So let's just put some glass up on here so we have somewhere to connect our pistons up. And of course up top as well, because you always need a spot to hide your pistons up top. And the nice thing about this is not only is it resource efficient and compact, but it's really simple to build, guys. Really simple to build. So from here, we're going to want our 3 pistons on either side. The one up top, skipping a block, nice and easy for you to see. We're going to place our pistons like so. Now we're actually going to want to get, and you can use any block you want here to decorate the opening. I like to use the stairs. It's kind of a tribute to Etho, who originally designed it with this stair setup. So I kind of stick with it that way for beauty's sake. Once we got those 4 in place, it's time to start running the powering. Now this is really, really simple, guys. On one side, we're going to want to put an observer here, here, and we'll just put one there for now, and another one up top. On the other side, it's not necessary to go as high. We're going to want to place one here, if it'll let me, there, and here. Once that's done, we're going to want to place redstone on to power our way up, and you can see that redstone fire. From here, we're going to want an observer block facing this way, detecting that. We're going to want a block that can be powered here. So we're going to put this iron there. Then we're going to want to drop some redstone right there next to our piston to power our piston. That's really it, guys. You can see from here just how compact this actually is when we put our glass in. So it's really easy to design flush, and because we're using buttons, it's safe to use outside. Now, for the actual door part, I chose to go with 2 buttons on each side. You can move the location of the buttons, or you could simply put 1 button on each side to cut your resource cost a little bit. I'm not too worried about the couple extra observer blocks, and I think it's a nice touch to be able to actually get at these from either side whenever you want. So we're going to want to come down from here, and we're going to want to place observers a block below each of our buttons. And from here, we're going to want to place our redstone wiring blocks. So we're going to go like so, tie those up in a cross pattern, so when we do hit these observers, it's going to power the whole system, flush the piston. You can see it hitting us. In survival, you'd take a little bit of damage. No big deal. Not the end of the world. So again, we're going to remove these, go a block down so we can get the powered part facing down. And like I said, if you wanted to put this button somewhere a little farther away and add a repeater delay, it's really simple to accomplish. That's pretty much it for the redstone wiring, guys. Now from here, we can come in and we can put our stairs, or the square blocks of your choice if you like. Like I said, I like to keep it this way, like Etho actually originally designed, and throw my stairs in to get that nice pretty pattern. And now you can see just how simple this is. You get a bit of a delay after it opens, and then it closes back up. So this door is actually perfect for the outside of your base, because you can just run up real quickly, push the button, run in, and you're not getting hurt. Now, I should like to point out, guys, the way the observers work. So if you actually want to run a repeater delay to, say, lengthen the time, number one, it's easiest just to add a wood button to get your increased delay. But if you do want to run a repeater delay, you're going to want to do it like so. So it's not enough to have say your button we actually have to go like this, and then your observer detecting it, and then a repeater, because what you're going to notice is when we do this setup, if I put it on, say, 3 ticks, and we come over here and push the button, aha! You're not getting a 0 tick pulse anymore, right? And the basic of this design is to get that pulse so it leaves the block behind. So you don't want any more after this than 1 tick on your repeater. So you're going to want to do something a little bit different, like use multiple repeaters, or just use one with the long delay and put another observer block in from there. And that'll still give you so with that kind of a setup, you can add a delay so you can put your button a little farther away from the door and get time to run in. That's it, really. That's all. In case you wanted to know, I figured I would cover that quickly. So that's it, guys. That's it for the design. I hope you enjoy. And of course, like I said, if you want the delay a little bit longer, you can use wood buttons, which add a significant amount of time before the door closes. I just happen to like it this way with the stone because it looked best with the iron. So, as always, smash that like if you enjoyed the tutorial to help others like yourself who might enjoy the content find the channel. And if you're new and you haven't already, hit subscribe for more videos, peeps. Thanks for watching. Bye.